So it's April 22nd right now, and here's what the game looks like. Just a couple of little intro slides, and then we get this. Your character's in the middle, it can't move. I can click to like brokenly add some plants, but it's basically there's basically nothing here. Today I'm going to try and get some work done on the movement of the player. So I gotta start on the input. I made this input file here that takes the input from the keyboard, and then within the player file, that input is turned into the proper action for the player. So the only one that I've got implemented is move forward, and pretty much I'll just show you what it looks like. Also, I'll just say that this move forward function is called when the player presses A followed by a D, or D followed by an A. So this back and forth AD movement will continue to trigger move forward one after the other, and that works by the current key and the last key being passed as input, so that this can check if the current key is D and the last key is A, then it can do the movement, and vice versa. So it's pretty rudimentary right now. Yeah, it does not feel good at all. It needs a lot of tweaking. I've got like some lerping on between the old and the new points, and the lerping is also kind of on it has a bit of an acceleration. It's on a bit of a curve. As you can see, it kind of speeds up and slows down during its path. I don't know if, I mean, that's probably garbage. Certainly the way that I implemented it is actual garbage. It does not work. I mean, it works in this particular case, but it's not, it's pretty garbage. So yeah, one problem is the input lag to just JavaScript or P5 in browser is pretty bad. So like you can't trigger the movement while you're still moving. Like you have to wait for the movement to finish before you can move again. So the way for you to move the fastest would be for you to time the movements so that as soon as you finish moving, you press the next key and then you move again. So that means that there has to be like no input lag. But unfortunately, if you try to do that, it just doesn't work because the input lag is kind of bad. So I mean, I know that in the end of the day I'm gonna have to port this to I'll probably use SDL and just make it like a downloadable game instead of doing it in browser. I mean, the reason I'm doing it in browser is just kind of to get it up and running, just kind of like as a way of fast prototyping it. Although honestly, I'm not really sure if that's even the best way to go, because there's a lot of shit in JavaScript that you kind of have to work around. That I might just be kind of wasting my time learning all that stuff, when I mean I'm gonna have to probably use like drawing libraries if I use SDL anyway, so maybe I should just spend my time learning those, because I'll need to learn them anyway whenever I port this. And JavaScript is a bit of a pain to work with. If I could use C++, that would be a lot better. So maybe I should just get that up and going. It's just this is something so lightweight about JavaScript that I like for this kind of thing. But I mean, I'm guessing that once I get more into it and I start getting a lot more code, and I need to like I mean, there's gonna be all kinds of things I'm gonna need to handle, like should I have this player go in front of this piece of grass or not? So I'm gonna have to probably implement some kind of layers. That's gonna be a little much for JavaScript, I think. So maybe I should just make the switch now. I don't know. Anyway, this is a start on movement. feels horrible, but at least it's there for me to iterate on tomorrow, hopefully. So yeah, that's the progress. Bye.